Hello, everyone. Tyler Ford here, and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection, and my weekly home inventory update, where each and every week we dive into the MLS and take a look at what's going on with home inventory levels. I feel that inventory levels are a leading indicator and like to keep a close eye on what's going on in terms of supply and demand and whether or not we're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. But we are definitely in, let me share my screen here. We are definitely in a seller's market. We've been in this trend for some time now. And each and every week, we're diving into the numbers just because I do feel this market's slowly starting to shift, and at some point, this market will turn. So we're keeping a close eye on inventory levels, and each and every week we go into the MLS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the MLS, and we're going to look at what's going on, and then I'm going to jump over to an Excel spreadsheet, plug it in so you can get a visual of what's going on. So jumping over to the MLS. What I'm going to do is I've got Tucson pulled up here. You can see it right here. And we're going to look at single family homes, manufactured homes, condos, and townhomes. So pulling up single family homes, the active listings in the MLS for Tucson right now, there's one, right, it's right here, 1,030 active listings in the MLS. And then manufactured homes, we've got 73 active manufactured homes listed in the MLS. Condos for this week, there are 56 active condos, and then townhomes, there are right here, it's 81. So now I'm going to pull up an Excel spreadsheet. We're going to plug in the numbers to get a visual of what's going on here. So single family homes, we had 1,030. Manufactured homes, 73. Condos, 56. And then townhomes, 81. So total active listings in the MLS for this week, there were 1,159. So it's up slightly from last week. We're up 24 listings for the week. And then since I started charting this, I started to get a feel for this market slowly starting to shift towards the end of July, 1st of August. So I started tracking it just to be curious as to what's going on. And since I started doing this back in July of this year, home inventories have risen by 31.15%. And this week's weekly change is 2%. And then if you jump over here to the chart, you can get a visual of what's gone on since the end of July. So definitely starting to see an uptick in home inventory levels. One of the things that I've been saying too is as the weather cools off here in Tucson, will winter visitors and snowbirds continue to drive our market and keep inventory levels low. And so far, we have seen that. I thought we were going to see a bigger pullback. Honestly, I thought we'd see more inventory. So inventory levels have started to go somewhat sideways, and I think that has a lot to do with winter visitors coming back into the Tucson market. The next thing I want to do is jump over to Zillow. And in the MLS, I've just got Tucson. But if we jump over to Zillow, we can get everything because we can get the surrounding areas, and we can also take a look at for sale by owners, which will give us a bigger overall picture of what's going on. So I started doing this, about 4 weeks now. And right here in Zillow, if you go to Zillow and just put in Tucson, Arizona, right here, the active listings of Tucson and the surrounding area, 1,603. And then the other, that would be for sale by owners. So that's 569. We'll jump back over to the Excel spreadsheet here and plug those numbers in Zillow. So I've got the right date in here. So 1603. And then we've got 569. So on Zillow, it's pretty consistent with, let's see here. So we had 2%. So on Zillow, again, it's pretty consistent across the board. This gives us a good understanding of the total active listings and for sale by owners, 2,172. And in a normal market where we're not in a uh, seller's market, which let me pull up my screen again. So in a normal, right now we're in a definitely a seller's market, but in a normal market in terms of inventory levels listed in the MLS, I feel a healthy supply and demand is somewhere around 3,000, maybe 3,500 based on our population. So we're still definitely in a seller's market. And if the other thing that I've been doing too is each and every month, TAR puts out the Tucson Housing Market Report. And I'm going to show you where that is, where you can dive in and get a better understanding of all the numbers and the statistics for the Tucson housing market. But for October 1st, that report just came out, and the median home sales price for Tucson was 340,000. So it's down 1.68% from the previous month. But if you look at our overall appreciation rate from January 1 to October 1 of this year, home values have risen by 13.82%. And here's a little chart to kind of show you what's going on. So last year, just to put it into perspective, last couple years when COVID hit, we've seen double-digit appreciation. Last year, in 2020, it was about a 24% appreciation rate. So this year, it looks like we're going to be right at about maybe 12 to 13%. So it's going to be about half of what we've been seeing on a year to year basis the last couple of years. So things, in my opinion, are definitely starting to slow down. I mean, the numbers are just showing in terms of, inventory levels ticking up, home values not appreciating at the rate that they were. So we're seeing some signs of a slowdown. Yeah, let me pull just one sec. Let me pull my screen back up. So a couple things to consider is that each and every month, and I'm getting ready to do this video today, so I'm going to update this. But if you go to Tucson Homes and Lots, and if you scroll down, it's got the Tucson monthly market report. And I've got this report done. The video is going to be added today. So you can jump on over there and do a deeper dive into what's going on in our housing market report. And then at the very bottom here, if you click this link, it actually pulls up the actual report that TAR puts out. And another thing to consider is that if you use us to buy or sell a home, on our homepage here, if you click on free moving truck, we've got a 16-foot box moving truck that if you use us to buy or sell a home, you're more than welcome to use our truck. And even after the fact down the road, if you ever need to move appliances, furniture, pick anything up at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're more than welcome to use our truck. So that I like to keep it short and sweet. That wraps it up for this week's Tucson Housing Market Report. And again, the big question is, in my opinion, will winter visitors continue to drive this market and keep inventory levels low, putting upward pressure on home prices, creating a seller's market? So each and every week, we're going to dive into those inventory levels and give you an update as to what's going on. In the meantime, make it a great day. And again, my Tucson Housing Market Report for October is coming out today, so you can click on that link and check out that video. So again, make it a great day, and thanks for watching.